Hey guys, Frostlim here. Welcome back to another Clash of Clans video. We are doing another board recap in this video, and the results are going to be shown in 3, 2, 1. So, let's say it. It was a complete landslide. But we got so close to getting, we got really close to getting all 30 stars, so I decided in this video, I'm going to be kind of explaining some tips that you can do to help your clan be to just help your clan hopefully get all of the stars possible in a war. So, we can explain these as I go through with my attacks. Let's just face it, my attacks weren't that great. First I attacked, I'll show my second attack first, even though number 2 had already been 3-starred. Everybody had already been 3-starred except for number 1 at this point, because I was a little bit late into the process. So, this was honestly a really easy base. So I just kind of took out, 3 air defenses with my troops, and then just sent my lava hounds and balloons in. But yeah, I waited for the queen to get outside of the wall, so that my king could take her out, which is why it took so long for the raid to start, but that all worked out. But anyway, so, the point is that, this was an easy raid, but I'm going to explain how you can get all possible stars in your war. So, first of all, it oftentimes comes down to luck. If you get faced off with an easy base that has a lot of rushed players, then it's a lot easier to get all 30 stars in war, obviously. So that's one factor. A second factor is that it helps if you can practice your raids not in war. So, outside of war, you can practice your raids, so you're better at it in war. Also, and that kind of ties into the factor where you want the players in your clan to be skilled players. The only way to get skilled is to do, the raids and just to practice, and oftentimes just know what you want to get done when you want to get it done. Some people try strategies, and they don't really know what the ultimate goal is. They just spam the troops in and say, hey, this is a good strategy, I might as well use it. And that doesn't necessarily get you 3 stars every time. So, you want to have skilled players, aka practice your war raids outside of war. Practice your wars outside of raids. That's an option too, right? Yeah, I don't think that's possible. But either way, this raid's about to get wrapped up here. So, the 2 things we've gone over so far are, you want a clan that is pretty rushed, just because, and that's all kind of luck. Most of a war is just luck. What clan do you face up against? What kind of players do they have? Is that minion gonna get hit by the air bomb? He will and die, which is kind of sad, but and then part of it is skill, and then another factor is making sure that as many players as you can attack, and we have it so that most of the time all of our people can attack bases, and since most of the time we 3-star them on the first try, not on number 1, but we can generally get enough attacks in by our players to attempt every base once or twice. We'll have enough attacks to clean up the straggling bases that don't get 3-starred. This is my attempt on number 1. I'm not at all proud of it. So, I decided, okay, I'm going to use my Valkyries to kill the queen. And that's a good strategy there. But what happens after that is not quite good. I'm just gonna say it. So, first of all, our goal is to get 2 air defenses down with our troops. And see, the Eagle Artillery, along with the Inferno Towers, because I'm Town Hall 9 and have never really faced those much, I got so, scared of them that I made up so many mistakes. Oh, another tip for getting 3 stars on all of your raids is just don't really process it too hard. Just think about it like it's a regular base. Don't just start sweating over it, because from my knowledge, the longer you, the more you stress about a base, the worse you do, because the more you freak out and the more mistakes you make. So, first of all, I'd like to say it's wall breaker fail. 4 go in, 4 get fried. So yeah, also, when I placed my king in, I immediately raged him, which you never want to do. That was just a complete spam. I didn't even mean to do that. I thought he didn't place, so I tapped it again. But anyway, I wanted my wall breakers to get through so I could place my jump spell in a better spot, right around here. But that couldn't happen either. So, as you can see, this is really not going well. Our goal is to get 2 air defenses down in the Inferno Tower, but it really is not going well right now. As you can see, our queen's just barely gonna get 1 of the air defenses down, and that's not gonna even be nearly enough. Good news is the Eagle Artillery is not activated yet. But the issue is that, well, let's face it, we still have a bunch of things left to kill us. And then, here's another issue I had. The balloons split off into the Wizard Tower and the Archer Tower, which meant there were 2 big clumps. You want a spread of balloons, not 2 big clumps. So, that was a big mistake. Another thing is, my, Lava Hounds, instantly died. And I didn't think the skeleton traps would be set to air, but they were, and there's a million skeletons coming after my stuff. I meant to place a Lava Hound earlier, but nope, we just have a lone Lava Hound, and this is just really bad here. So I placed my remaining minions, hoping that we can get the first star, but looks like we're not going to be able to. Skeleton traps coming, Eagle Artillery not down, and just, we made so many mistakes. I feel like I could have either 2 or 3 starred the base, but I just made so many mistakes. Really, to get 3 stars, you'd have to do absolutely nothing wrong as a Town Hall 9. I mean, it's a rushed base, but I mean, Infernos and the Eagle Artillery really do not mess around. So, obviously, the Eagle Artillery has, an insane range and can hit anywhere on the map, which is why my minions will go down. Kind of sad, and that's about to wrap it up for my raids. So, can't say I did well this war, but as a clan, I feel like we did fairly well. So, we can show our best attack on number 1, which almost was a 2-star. Just made a couple mistakes. We were running out of time, so we, and the army that was already trained was a go wipe, so we just had to go with that. Basically, the point was to make a funnel, and just push the troops into the core and hopefully get the 50% while we're at it. Can't say it went super well. If we had put, if he had put a golem, right here, then, the Wizard Tower would have gone down, and we probably would have had enough cleanup to actually get, the job done. But, that didn't happen. We were just trying to rage into the core, destroy everything as fast as possible, and get the 2 stars. But, as you can see, the giant bombs and everything just are not letting that happen. Kind of disappointing, but, I mean, we got the 1 star, and, I mean, it's Town Hall 11, so it's nothing to mess around with, whether it's rushed or not. So, as you can see, the Town Hall almost doesn't even go down, honestly. There's, 1 P.E.K.K.A. at half health that just barely clutches it for us, which is really lucky. Then we have our Queen and some P.E.K.K.A.s really, this raid half didn't go a plan, and half just was a high-level base. Good news is the Queen was just barely able to snipe that Inferno Tower. That was pretty clutch right there. But, yeah, and then the Queen just starts attacking a wall, which is nice, except for the fact that it's not nice, Anyway, but I definitely think that if the Queen had gone over here, we definitely would have gotten the 3-star. If a few things had gotten better, then our clan definitely would have gotten... I said 3-star. I meant 2-star. Anyway, I say 3 stars so often that I am just used to saying it. Anyway, but that 1 goblin is just gonna do a couple things and is not going to be enough. Sad enough, it's not gonna happen. But first of all, I want to show... Okay, let's face it, their clan got 7 stars. So it was never a close war. We just wanted to get all of them, the stars possible. But sad thing, well, not sad thing. Good thing is, their highest person they attacked was 3, and they completely failed. So, first of all, the P.E.K.K.A. event was going on while we did this war, which means, apparently, they all wanted to use, all P.E.K.K.A.s during this war. So, yeah. For one thing, are you actually going to use P.E.K.K.A.s to funnel? Or, I guess he's going to use all of his troops to make the funnel, and just use his heal spells to get into a core, right? Yeah. Because obviously heal spells destroy buildings. Although, to be fair, some of the P.E.K.K.A.s did go in the inside because of the defending Queen. But even still, I mean, okay, watch this baby dragon. This is awesome right here, okay? I just have to hand this to the baby dragon. Okay, look at how fast the wizard and the baby dragon are taking the P.E.K.K.A.s down. There's 4 of them in that clump, and boom, they are just all annihilated. And then the baby dragon just insult to insult to injury to take out the Queen. Then he just moves on to the other remaining P.E.K.K.A.s and just destroys them. Really, an enraged baby dragon does a lot of damage, which is why I like it in the clan castle. Well, defending clan castle anyway. Pretty nice, honestly. And he just could not get the 50%. So, that is about going to do it for the replays that we're going to show. We're going to go over how you can get all stars possible in a war. So, 1. Luck of the draw. If you get an easy clan you're facing against, whether they have rushed bases or whether they're just playing lower level than you, that's a major part of a war. It really describes a lot of the outcome. Then the second thing is kind of a 2-in-1. Have skilled players, aka practice your raids outside of war, so that, and also know what you're doing when you're doing your raids, so that you know what the main objective is, so that you can get the 3-star and you know what you're doing. So, that's 2. And then, I'm trying to think, what was the third? I, completely forgot. So, basically in a war, you know, a lot of things go into getting the 3 stars. You want to, and the third one is you want to be able to attack every base possible. You know, make sure you have enough players that are active during the war to do it. You know, you don't need to have 50 people in your clan to have a successful war. It's just, you need to have the players, you need to have enough players so that every base can be attacked, plus, say, 2 or 3 extra attacks for cleanup on number 1. See, we had a fail on number 1, someone cleaned it up, only cleaned up 1 star, but it's still giving us an extra star, which could make the difference of the war. You never know. So, that's about going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.